Well?
Well what?
Well, what did the commissioner say?
We didn't have a lot of time to talk.
Well, in the brief time you had to talk, what did he say?
Not a lot.
Well, what is this? Why won't you talk to me?
Eden, I really don't want to discuss it.
Look, I'm not asking you for a verbatim transcript, just the general content. I mean, what did he say? Did he say when you could start back?
I didn't actually talk to the dude, you see, because he wouldn't take my call.
What?
Yeah. Which doesn't surprise me. As long as departmental charges are pending against me, I'm stuck out in left field. Kind of like being sent to police Siberia.
Oh, Cruz, I'm so sorry. I mean, that's really unfair.
That's the way they want to be. That's fine with me. I'm going for a run on the beach. Don't worry about this. It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does matter.
Hey. Helping Kelly was the right thing to do. There's no doubt in my mind. If I had to do it again, I would do it again. I'll be back.
Feel up to having visitors?
I feel more up to getting out of this place.
Doctor says you can be out in a couple of days. You'll have to face charges, of course. That means you'll need an attorney.
No, I don't need an attorney.
I'm volunteering myself.
I said I don't want
an
attorney.
fee, naturally.
Why? Huh?
It seems the least the Capwolves can do.
Hey, look. All I did was help someone who was in trouble. I don't want charity in return, or anything else the Capwolves have to offer, especially you.
Where is she? Matron? Finally. I'm not room service.
I know. I'm sorry. Did you get that letter to Brandon?
No, I didn't. I gave it to the district attorney. He said he'd take care of it.
You did what? You gave it to Keith Timmons? But only Brandon was supposed to see it.
I don't get paid to run errands.
But Brandon was supposed to bring something to me. And if Keith figures out what it is...
Look, if you're so worried, why don't you call your husband or somebody and tell him to bring it to you?
I can't. Brandon's the only one that knows where it is. He's the only one who knows where it's hidden.
Relax. I'm sure that Mr. Timmons will help your kid find whatever it is he's looking for.
Oh, no. Oh, no. It's the tape, isn't it? You wanted Brandon to bring you the tape. All this really for me?
All of it's yours. And this, I know you've been wanting it for a long time, Brandon, this bicycle. Yours today.
Hey, thanks a lot, Keith.
Oh, no. You don't get to touch it, you don't get to play with it until we can play find treasure. Tell me, where did your mommy bury it?
Love that bike.
You do, huh? Well, it's all yours. After you tell me where the treasure is.
3 speeds of the house.
The treasure. Come on.
I can't. I promise.
Come on, Brandon. Brandon, listen, your mommy. Brandon. Your mommy sent me this letter. She asked me to read it to you. This thing. Brandon, look at me.
My darling Brandon, it's time for you to get our secret treasure out of its hiding place.
You're gonna do what your mommy tells you, aren't you?
Aren't you?
Keith, how can you run all those presents?
They're all yours. They're all yours if you just cooperate. Come on, Brand. Come on. You know what cooperating is? Doing what Uncle Keithy tells you. Doing what your mommy tells you.
I know what cooperating means.
I know you know what cooperating means. Listen, can we... Just tell me where the treasure is, and I'll get back to work, okay?
Mom told me you might come around and try this someday.
What?
She said you might bring me a lot of presents. She said, watch out for Uncle Keith.
Take that! You did?
Yep. She said if I really wanted something, she said she could make my dad buy it for me. So I didn't have to take anything from any strangers. especially you.
Don't want these presents!
No.
Oh, God, it was just a bad dream.
No, it wasn't a dream. Oh, it happened to me.
Look, I don't know where you developed this aversion to Capwells and me in particular. What caused it? You're still working for my father, aren't you?
I'm sorry, I tend to become a little too proud to my own good sometimes. What I meant was that I can take care of myself.
Well, I don't know how you can in this situation unless you've got a law degree you failed to mention.
I'll manage.
Look, Jeffrey, I know you don't like me, for some reason known only to you, but why make things more difficult for yourself? You're going to have an attorney. I'm making myself available. For Kelly's sake. She's worried about you, even if you aren't. She's going to be even more worried if I have to go back and tell her that you're being arraigned without benefit of counsel.
All right. All right, if you'll put her mind at ease, I suppose you're right. Anyway, I do need some kind of lawyer for now.
Well, thank you so much for allowing me to represent you.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound that way.
Uh-huh.
Are you going to be seeing Kelly now?
In a while.
Well, would you do me a favor and give her this for me?
Sure. What's the matter?
I want you to realize that is a private matter.
Well, I hadn't planned on steaming it open. You know, if I'm going to be your attorney, you're going to have to learn to trust me at least a little bit. I'll be in touch.
Good morning, ladies. Good morning. Listen, I hope they're treating you great around here. You know, because thanks to young Brandon and that little treasure map I intercepted, you girls are going to be neighbors for quite a long time because you won't be reaping the benefit of surprise.
You're lying. You didn't get that from Brandon. I warned him about you.
Oh, yes, indeedy. Yes, I did. You know, you made him almost as devious as you are. I got to hand it to him. He held out for quite a while. But, he's just a chip off the old block. I mean, not as cheap as you, but definitely viable.
What are you talking about?
Gina, you should have seen the atrium. It was just like Christmas morning. I got to hand it to you, though. That was a great hiding place. Last place I thought of. How'd you think of it?
Jim, stop it! He do something! Stop her!
No, she gets
Gina!
like this from time to time.
Oh, don't worry about it, Kelly. Just relax. You see, all I've done here is destroy one of Keith's porno tapes. Because if you really had the tape, you wouldn't be here chattering with me. No, you would be off trying to make a deal with Cece.
Yeah, you're right. He didn't give me the tape. No, it's too bad. You know what he actually said to me? He said that Cece could buy him anything he wants.
Well, good for him.
Toy's gonna cost the taxpayers a lot of money, though.
My 8-year-old is smarter than you are, Keith. Any 8-year-old is a mental genius compared to you.
I hope you two aren't hoping that old Daddy Warbucks is gonna get you out of this mess because he's gonna be too busy worrying about saving his own hide. Worry about you two.
That was a fast run.
Yeah, well, that's what running's all about.
You must have gone like the wind.
Well, maybe I didn't really feel like running, you know. I guess, I stretched. That was fun.
I wish you wouldn't do this.
And I wish you wouldn't do that.
If you're in a bad mood, I would like it if you wouldn't try and cover it up.
Well, what's the difference? I'm doing a lousy job of covering it up anyway, right?
I know you're unhappy because you're not on the force. And the worst of it is that I feel responsible.
Eden, it is not... You are in no way responsible for what happened here. I made a choice. I am perfectly capable of living with the consequences. If Internal Affairs doesn't want to decide they want to play hardball with me, they can kiss my butt going out the door.
Well, maybe I can make some calls. Maybe I can have
No,
Daddy
you
talk to the
can't.
police
There is,
commissioner.
Eden, it wasn't your fault. And it is not your problem. Now, I would appreciate it if we could just let it go. Leave it alone, you know? It would really...
Toast isn't that bad.
I'm sorry.
Hello?
Eden, can you and Cruz come by? I'm at home. It's important.
Well, of course we can, Ted. What's the matter?
I'll tell you when you get here. I need to see both of you, though, all right?
All right, we're on our way.
Okay.
Are they coming?
Yes.
Both of them? Good, and maybe Cruz can persuade Hallie to talk to the police. Come on, why don't you go up and see Hallie?
Excuse me.
Where are you going?
Well, I have an English class at 10. I don't want to be late. But I left a book in the living room. I'll be there.
Yes.
You, Mr. C.C. Capwell?
Yes, I am. What do you want?
I have a subpoena for you. You are ordered to appear before a grand jury to answer charges of conspiracy to obstruct justice, for concealing and arranging the escape of a murder suspect, your daughter, Kelly Capwell.
You finished? Goodbye. He thinks he can get away with that.
Daddy?
Eden, Cruz, I'm glad you're here.
What's up, Mr. C?
Ted called us on the phone and he sounded really upset. What's that?
Nothing. It's something personal I've got to take care of. I got to take care of it now. Ted is inside with Haley. You can go right in and I'll see him.
How can you go to class, Hank? I mean, look, are you ready for this?
Ted, if I stay at home, this is all I'll be able to think about, and I want to forget. Do I have to be some sort of cripple who stays at home?
Something is very wrong here.
Look.
Hi.
I'm glad you're here.
How's it going?
Why are they here so early? Did you tell them?
No?
My Lord, Haley, what happened to you?
She was attacked last night.
Oh, my God. You don't think... Oh, Haley.
I'm all right. Why didn't you talk to me? Why didn't you ask me
Honey,
before you
I'm sorry.
called them?
I thought they could help. I mean, if Gina is gone, you don't have anybody you can
No, what
talk
you
to.
wanted was you want me to go to the police, but I have told you I'm not. I'm not going.
Got your message from my latest client.
Thank God you're here.
What's wrong?
I think Keith's up to something. He was here a minute ago, and from what he was saying, I think he's after Daddy now.
Keith likes to make threats. They're mostly hot
I
air.
don't know about this, Mason. I think you better check into it.
Of course I will.
And something else. I think Gina's about to crack. I think she may give it the tape. Now, I know that...
Now, whatever you're talking about, you can just forget it.
We're speculating on the likelihood of your giving up that tape.
Why would I? It's the last sword I have to hold over Cece's head.
No, Gina, come on, admit it. You've been having second thoughts.
Oh, I have all kinds of thoughts. But the thing is, I'm not just worried about my own hide. I gotta protect Haley and Brandon in case Cece decides to turn on them.
Gina, there's something I have to tell you about Haley. Now, I hate to be the one to break it to you, but somebody's got to. She was attacked last night down by the pier.
What do you mean attacked?
Raped.
Well, you'd say anything, wouldn't you? Next thing you're going to tell me that Brandon was arrested holding a crab game or something.
I wouldn't invent something like this, Gina.
Oh, yes, you would. You people, you just think if you tell me something far-fetched enough, I'll hand over the tape just so I can get out here and help her. Well, this is a new low, even for you.
You're not kidding, are you, Mason?
No. Ted's half out of his mind. They released her from the hospital. She's home now, but not in very good shape.
Well, do they know who did it?
No, she didn't see the man who attacked her.
No. Is it true? No, not Haley.
I'm afraid so, Gina.
Oh, dear God.
She won't even talk to me now. She totally refuses to even think about going to the police.
This is typical of the way people react. She wants to deny it. Wanting to go back to school is part of that.
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, I can understand anything she wants to do. Even why is she acting so ashamed? I mean, it's not like she's done anything wrong or we don't think any less of her.
She's going to need counseling. She's going to need somebody to talk to, and you can't push her into that until she's ready.
Teddy, how did it happen?
She was at the beach and some guy came from behind her. It was dark and foggy. She didn't even get a look at this guy's face. Well, I mean, what am I going to do? I mean, how am I going to make her feel any better?
I think the best thing to do right now is just take it as easy as you can. And it probably wouldn't be a bad idea if you got some counseling yourself.
Cruz, I'm fine. It's not me. It's Haley the one I'm worried about.
Of course you are, but you are also important.
I'm not going to sit here and start complaining and going to some shrink about this thing. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to get the scum who did this to her.
Yeah, put him through, Irene. Mr. Capwell, it's you. I just want to make sure it was you again. It's Big Daddy. Yeah, he's in a foul temper. He found out he's been subpoenaed. I hung up on him 4 times. You think he'd fall in love with hanging up on that man?
What subpoena? Well, I see you broke down and brought yourself one of the luxuries you've always wanted.
Well, you know, I'm just a kid at heart.
What subpoena, Tilly?
Well, I'm bringing your father before a grand jury to face charges.
What charges?
Oh, it's whisking Kelly away to Europe, masterminding the escape, the phony abduction, you know, all that stuff. Of course, we both know that you were the one that was in charge, but I already kicked you out of your job. I think CC should take the rap. His name makes a lot better copy, and he's got more to lose.
You know, brother, you're only making it harder on yourself by coming out here like this.
Get out of here, Cruz. Just leave me alone.
Why'd you call me?
I thought, you know, we could persuade Haley to go to the police, but she's not going to do it. I got to deal with this myself.
Ted, you're not alone, even though it must seem that way.
You have no idea how I feel.
I think I can imagine.
No, you can't. It wasn't your wife who was raped.
I'm sorry about Haley, Gina.
Right, I bet you are.
I am.
Then why don't you get your miserable father and let me out of here just for a little while?
I don't think Daddy can do that.
Good. Haley needs me. I'm the only family she's got.
She's got Ted and she's got my family. You just ask your friend Keith. Maybe he can get you out.
He won't do it. He doesn't care.
Dear Kelly, I thought you'd like to know that the doctors assure me I'm making a rapid recovery. Unfortunately, this tiny hospital room could bring on an attack of claustrophobia at any time. There is a lot we need to discuss when we finally meet again. Serious things.
Operator, I'd like to make a collect call overseas, the UK. United Kingdom, Britain.
And meanwhile, there's something you should know. You were right about me all along. There is a reason why I came to Santa Barbara, and to your father's house.
I see. Thank you. I'll try back again later. Thank you.
Well, you know, I know the old coot doesn't stand much of a chance of surviving in prison, but maybe we can make things better for him. I can arrange for inter-prison conjugal visits from his wife. I think that Gina would find the change of pace refreshing.
Shut up, Timmons. You're enjoying this too much. I've heard all I want to hear.
Oh, come on. I'm just getting warmed up.
You might be able to harass my father, even make life a little uncomfortable for him. But even you must realize you'll never be able to lock him up.
Well, but think of the alternates. All I got is you. I got Castillo and that guy, that chauffeur. And fortunately for all of you, none of you has the recognition factor that his name will bring, you know.
That's not all he's got. He's also got a direct pipeline to the governor and half of Washington.
Yeah, well, granted, but I still believe in David and Goliath. Jack, the giant stalker. The little choo-choo that could. I'm not giving in. Someone is going to be put into jail, and I'm going to put him there.
Someone? Are we talking deals here?
Oh. Let me mull this over. Oh, I got an idea. Why don't we let that guy, Jeffrey Conrad, take the rap?
Why, for what?
Well, how about obstructing justice? I already have him for aiding and abetting.
You can't be serious.
Well, come on. Now, you know, I'm in a tough position here. Here I am. I've said that I'm going to bring this person to justice. I've said it to the press. I've said it to the papers. Now, someone has got to get punished for this. Now, I admit, CC is going to be a tough old donkey to pin this on, but I don't think any of the Capwells are going to cry over their chauffeur, so why not throw him to the wolves?
Because that's not the way we operate.
Oh, come on. No, give me that. The Capwells make the Borgias look like a nice Italian family. You should be grateful I'm giving you a choice here. Come on, it's either this chauffeur guy or CC. I think you know the decision you want to make. Call him up. Tell him he can tear up the subpoena. Tell him it was just a big bureaucratic mistake, and the wheels of justice will roll over somebody else. Come on.
It's open.
Hi, do you mind if I come in?
No, come in.
I didn't want to bother you if you were resting.
No, you're not bothering me. I'm just in an old yearbook of mine.
Oh.
I can't believe these people. I mean, you know, they didn't seem so strange looking when I went to school with them, but now. Did you go to school with people looking like this?
Well, some.
Those hairdos. That's what gets me. And to think that I wanted to be like them. I mean, you know, the popular girls, the crowd, and everything. I guess you're not really interested in that.
Mostly I wanted to know how you were.
I'm fine. I'm fine, you know, just as long as people quit feeling sorry for me.
Oh, Haley, it's not that. It's concern. I mean, if I'd gone through what you went through...
If you went through what I went through, you wouldn't want to talk about it every minute of the day when somebody else wants to bring it up, you know? You didn't go through it. And you don't know what it feels like. I don't know how to tell you what it feels like, so have we talked about it enough?
All right, I just, guess you want to be left alone for a while.
Eden. I know you're just trying to help.
Well, sometimes leaving people alone is the best help you can.
Please don't leave me. I don't want to be alone.
I'm not trying to preach to you, but I hate to see you react in a way that's going to make things worse. Just skip it. I can't skip it. Now, any human being who's close to a woman who's been raped is going to feel exactly like you do. You want to get even. That's perfectly understandable. But you got to find some way of dealing with that emotion, man. You got to do it for Haley's sake. I mean, it's not going to help her if you go around shaking your fists and screaming for revenge or something.
I know that.
Well, then don't take it on yourself to try to hunt this guy down. Leave that to people who are paid and trained to do it.
So what you're saying is that I should just go to the police?
That's the only thing you should do. You don't know what kind of a psycho you're dealing with here. This guy, you could find him. It could make things worse.
If we were to go to the police, you honestly feel that they could catch him and convict him? Huh?
I can't make any promises, but I think...
You're damn right you can't make any promises. You know why? We have no evidence. Haley never even saw what this guy looked like. You know, suppose we did, though. So suppose she could make a positive ID on this guy. We know what would happen, don't we?
Yeah, we'd go after him. The police would, if they could find him, they would arrest him and then charge him.
Then she'd go to the headquarters like 3 or 4 times. She'd have to repeat the story over and over again. The press, she'd have an absolute field day with these guys, man. The press just like are attracted to the Capwells. And then all the people she'd have to face, the courtroom. Not to mention the defense attorney. He's gonna turn around the whole story, make it sound as if she was looking for it. You know, and then after that, when this whole thing is over with, this guy is gonna walk out of here scot-free.
Okay, look, you got this whole scenario built up in your mind. That may be the way things used to be.
Cruz, I know how this judicial system works. I mean, look at Kelly. She's in jail. Huh? That's some justice. Cruz, it's not gonna work, man. The odds are just gonna be stacked up against her.
I wouldn't let something bad happen to him.
You can't do anything about it. You're not even on the inside anymore. Look, man, don't even worry about it. It's my responsibility, and I'm gonna deal with it. And I'm not gonna let it happen.
Kelly?
Listen, what do you find out?
I don't have any news. I wanted to ask you something.
Listen, please. Please help me. I have to get out of here. I have to see Haley. Pull some strings. Use your influence. Anything, please.
I think it should be me you're making your appeals to Mr. Help. He has bigger fish to fry, don't you think?
I wanted to ask you about Jeffrey. How close are the two of you?
How close?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I care about him.
A little?
A lot.
Because of what he did for you?
Not only that. What do you want, Mason?
I just wondered, after what you two have been through.
So, I want to know about Daddy. Is he going to be all right?
Yeah. He's going to be fine. I'll be back later, okay? Where were we?
Forget it. I don't have to depend on you, Keith. I'll just wait till my bail's set. Walk out of here. That way I won't have to thank anybody.
Well, you're right. You can get bail, unlike your cellmate over here. But I don't see anybody rushing to pay it.
I am not gonna crawl, Keith.
You're gonna crawl. You're gonna jump through hoops if I want to, because if you want to furlough out of here, it's gonna cost you. You're willing to make the supreme sacrifice. You're willing for a little, dishonor before death.
No, I will never let you touch me again.
Oh, don't make it into a melodrama. I wish I had a mustache to twirl. I don't want your butt. I want your tape.
Forget it, Keith. You're not going to take advantage of my misery and ruin both of our chances to get out of this.
Well, that's familial love for you, putting the interests of others before your own. You must be honored to have such an upright, moral woman in jail with you.
You're going to be sorry, Keith. You're all going to be sorry for what you're doing to me.
I promise you will be protected at all times, before and after the case comes to trial. In other words, if... Haley, you don't have to let fear of reprisal keep you from identifying this guy if you can remember anything, all right?
I understand.
I really think you should turn this over to the department to investigate. There's no telling what they'll come up with. And I believe that we're out of the dark ages now where a woman has to go through the whole thing all over again because of a bunch of insensitive policemen.
Listen, if you've got some questions, I'm sure Cruz can answer them for you. I'll leave you guys alone for a while.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How is she doing?
She's fine. Cruz is in with her, and you know he can't. He's more understanding than anybody.
Oh, what a terrible thing to happen. What about Cruz? How's he doing?
Nothing's wrong with him. That getting his job back won't cure.
When will that be?
I don't know. The commissioner won't even return his calls.
You want to see if I can do something about it?
No, please don't. Cruz doesn't want anybody interfering. So I think it'd be better if we just left everything alone and just see how it goes.
All right.
Thanks.
What would you... Look, is there anything that you're particularly worried or anxious about? Haley, I'm sorry. Look, if it seems like I'm trying to pressure you, I don't mean to be doing that.
I just want to know why it happened to me. What did I do wrong? I mean, was it my fault to walk on the beach alone?
You didn't do anything wrong. That's the point. And this guy's next victim won't have done anything wrong either. That's why we gotta find him.
You all right?
I did, yeah. We were just talking.
All right. Talk to myself, Chris.
All right. Listen, whatever you decide, let me know, okay?
Decide about what?
Going to the police. Cruz thinks I should.
Yeah, I know he does.
Look, I wasn't going to at first, but Ted, I think I'm changing my
I
mind.
want you to change it back. Because I've made up my mind. Maybe I don't want you reporting it.
Car, Mason, somebody. Pipe down, will you, lady? I want to make a phone call. I want to talk to my lawyer. I want to talk to him. I got to get out of here. Please, I know the other girl got out. Why can't I?
I don't know. Maybe it's sexual discrimination.
Look, I've got rights. I know that. My niece has been raped. I've got to see her. It's an emergency.
Just keep back.
Are you going to let me out?
Nope, I'm letting me in. Disinfect everything for you. Make it real nice and fresh. We don't want you screaming in a dirty cell.
You have to do that now. Look, I just can't stand the smell of this fumes.
Sorry, that's what we use. You know, I could come back at checkout time, but I hear you may be with us for a good piece.
Well, you're wrong. I don't know how you could take a job like this. I couldn't stand the smell of all these fumes. I mean, I'd pass out before I even got the floor mopped.
Yeah? Well, women like me were specially bred to mop jail cell floors. I guess fine ladies like you was just bred to walk around on them.
I'm sorry. How rude of me. I didn't mean anything by it. Take your time. I just want you to realize I do think cleanliness is very, very important.
Good for you.
You won't get away with this, damn you.
To take the rap. Let it.
Well, what brings you here, Keith?
Oh, I was just completing the business we started a little bit.
He is trying to railroad me.
I was just explaining to young Mr. Conrad here the complex system of ethics that you Capwells have, how no good deed goes unpunished. And he seems a little upset that he has to swap places with C.C. and San Quentin.
It's not the way he makes it sound, Jeffrey. I'm on my way to explain.
Hey, just answer one question for me. Is this true, huh? You're gonna let me be charged with conspiracy to obstruct justice?
Well, unless you want to incriminate someone else.
Jeffrey, it's a paper tiger. You're not gonna have to serve any time. I'll see to it that you don't.
You bloody traitor. No wonder you wanted to be my attorney, huh?
Jeffrey.
You had to get close enough to me to sell me out!
Jeffrey, take it.
Guard! Guard! And you get the hell out of here. You tell your precious father that I did his job for him, and I paid the price for him. He stole a single place.
I got a nurse.
You know, you were wonderful with Haley.
Well, you were pretty wonderful yourself.
I'm not like you. I'm very sensitive. I'm glad that you convinced her that she should go to the police. I hope she does it.
Me too. I really hope so.
I just wish that you could be the one to handle the case.
No. Let's not talk about that, okay? Scoot up a little bit.
I mean, I really do feel that it's only right that people like Haley and... well, they deserve the best, and that's what you are.
You really believe that?
Yes, I do.
That makes me feel good.
No, I do feel better. I feel like I have a clear mind now, and what I would really like is for you and I to sit down tonight and discuss what happened.
Honey, you don't want to go over it and over it again. You know, you said this yourself. Come on, I mean, you know, talking about it is not going to do anything for you.
What are you thinking?
That maybe you shouldn't go to the police. Honey, look, it's going to be hell on you, man. The trial is going to be even worse.
No, Sharon, the counselor said it won't be like that. Cruz and...
Honey, listen to me. Sit down for a minute. You're a Capwell. Your name would be spread over every single paper in this country. You'd have to talk about it to every single reporter, to lawyer. You have to do this in public, honey. You have to tell him what happened to you and what he did to you. Come on, look, there are other ways to handle this.
I don't understand what you're asking me. You want me to keep this a secret?
Not a secret. Private.
You're ashamed of us, aren't you? I mean, you're ashamed of me.
Hello.
It's me. Hi. I got your letter. It was good to hear from you. Listen, you said that we had some serious things to talk about, but you didn't say what. Jeffrey? Can you hear me? Jeffrey?
Yeah, look, I'm sorry, I can't talk right now.
What's the matter? Is somebody in there?
Yes, that's right. I'm sorry.
I'm sure Jeffrey's upset. We'll just have to give him time to cool down. I mean, I'm sure he understands that we're going to get him off in the end. You are sure you can get him off, aren't you?
I'll do my best.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you by asking, Mason.
If you're out of questions, I'll be running along.
Look, wait a minute, will you? Will you wait?
What?
I want to thank you. For what you did, I appreciate everything you've done.
Stop,
if you want...
stop it! I don't want you to thank me for doing your dirty work. And what's more, it's the last time I ever want to have to do it. Are we clear on that?
Please, I don't feel like listening. Oh, you don't have to listen. All you have to do is watch. See, your family's fondest dream is about to come true. What do you mean? You've beaten me. I give up. I quit. You guys win. The only problem is, that tape you're all trying to get your hands on? Yeah, well, I'm afraid it's gonna die with me. Gina, for God's sake, stop it! Guard! Help! Gina!